Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Welcome back to the channel. So this is kind of an update of a video that I posted last week or earlier this last week in regards to Konami. Now, there's been a couple of trademarks filed by Konami related to Metal Gear Solid and Castlevania, and there's been rumors of a Metal Gear remake or a remaster coming out there, and we're all curious if Konami is going to bust anything out. Now, before we get to this, let's not hold our breaths. This is Konami that we have to remember that we're talking about here. They could be making a pachinko machine for all we know with Castlevania or Metal Gear. But I read an interesting article today that I wanted to talk about. Now, take this all with a grain of salt. This is a rumor. This is a rumor that Konami and PlayStation might be talking together to make a brand new Castlevania game. Before we get to this article, though, if you are not subscribed to this channel, why don't you click the red subscription button down below, guys. Help get me to my 100,000 subscriber goal by my birthday in July. I appreciate it. And it would help if I had the website loaded up. There we go. So PlayStation and Konami are rumored to be in discussions for a new PS5 Castlevania game. Now, this is enticing. If this legitimately happens, I will be like ecstatic. I would jump on the floor and dance and twerk. Now, this goes and says Konami hasn't done anything with the Castlevania license since all the way back in 2014 when Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 released. I've heard such good things of Lords of Shadow. I haven't played either one. Since that time, a new anime series coming about on Netflix is about the only notable thing that has happened in relation to Castlevania. And I still haven't watched the anime on Netflix either. Luckily, if you're hoping to see the series come back at some point in the future, PlayStation might be the company looking to do so. So this would be big if this was to happen. I always hear in my chat how beloved Castlevania is. So according to a video game leaker, KatharsisT, PlayStation is said to have been in discussion with Konami on a new Castlevania title of some sort. This insider didn't share much more information about Castlevania in particular, but they did also assert that new projects related to Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill are in the works as well. So this is to touch on an update on the rumor that we've been talking about. I made a couple of videos about it. There was a couple of trademarks. This is new projects being related to both Metal Gear Rising, Metal Gear Solid, and Castlevania. These rumors are starting to heat up. Of course, we saw the Twitter exchange from it was like a parody account of a character or an employee of Metal Gear and saying they missed a meeting, and then the official Metal Gear account responded. It's leading people to believe we're seeing something here very soon and could see an announcement. Now, this does say it's hard to know what to make of a potential collaboration between Konami and PlayStation when it comes to Castlevania. Sony is a company that has also been linked to Konami quite a bit over the past few years, most notably in regards to the Silent Hill franchise. To hear that those in power at PlayStation could be looking to also work on Castlevania is pretty fascinating. That being said, it's worth stressing that this isn't something we should get excited about just yet, and that's right. It is a rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. Hold your expectations in check. Even as KatharsisT notes, they don't know much more other than the notion that PlayStation and Konami may have talked about doing something with Castlevania. A simple discussion between the two parties doesn't mean a whole lot at face value. Which you're not wrong. It could be something in passing, could be a little hint, something that just came behind the scenes. Again, this KatharsisT says he has inside sources. We don't even know who they are. The only reason why I'm reporting on this is because I am at heart a retro gamer, and I know a lot of you guys that watch the channel like Castlevania. So something like this definitely gets our hearts pumping and gets us excited for the potential for a new Castlevania. This goes on to say there's also the chance that the discussion as a whole could not have transpired in the first place. Although KatharsisT has a pretty solid track record with rumors and leaks of this type, it's hard to really verify that these two companies could have talked to one another about such a topic. With all this in mind, it's important to not assume that anything will actually come of this situation. Still, the thought of PlayStation working on a Castlevania game is quite enticing, and with PlayStation boss Jim Ryan recently teasing that more PS5 exclusives will be coming in the future, which we talked about that. He said PlayStation 5 will be having more exclusives than any other PlayStation console ever. It's hard not to fantasize about the possibility of a new Castlevania game being one of those titles. So very interesting developments. Let's go ahead and see what happens. At the same time, let's not hold our breath too long. Again, this mentioned, it's coming off the announcement that Jim Ryan was saying that he wants the PlayStation 5 console generation to have more exclusives than ever. So this means Sony is going to be out there contacting companies, contacting third parties, contacting big AAA developers to make games that are exclusive for the PlayStation 5. And I've actually heard a lot of times in recent weeks that Konami could possibly even be bought by PlayStation. I don't know how likely that would happen, but this ties into the rumors of Silent Hill becoming a PlayStation exclusive, ties into these Metal Gear Solid rumors coming out. I don't know. They could also even use it to combat and get some leverage against Game Pass, and also Xbox's ZeniMax acquisition, which was a huge acquisition in my opinion. The sky's the limit. These console wars are just getting heated up with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. I feel PlayStation 5 has some trump cards underneath its playing deck that we still haven't seen. So doing anything exclusive with Konami could definitely be a game changer. With a new Castlevania, that sounds enticing. I'm a big fan of Super NES Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4. I didn't really play, Symphony of the Night or anything like that, but I definitely would have my attention really focused on the PlayStation 5 if we were to start seeing a Castlevania or even any other Konami exclusives coming to it. I think that would be a great get for them. Now, Konami really in recent years hasn't been exactly in good graces with its fan base. We've heard all the complaints. We've heard people very upset that they're not utilizing their IPs and that it's just a shell of its former self. Remember a couple years ago when they were making the pachinko machines and stuff, people just weren't happy with Konami. I mean, if you think about it, they've been a big part of our childhoods. If you're an old head or a nostalgia gamer, the NES days, even the PS1 days, all that. Konami has so many great franchises. It would be nice to see if they get utilized for PS5. So again, take this article, this rumor with a grain of salt. Let's see what happens. I'm excited for the possibility. Are you? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you would like to see out of a brand new Castlevania game or just any kind of Konami franchise for that matter to come onto a next-gen console. Also, guys, make sure you leave a like or dislike. Some engagement would help boost this channel to the algorithm. We all know I could use it. And subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching as always.